Good afternoon and welcome to the RKTNN Truth News Network, America. I am here live with the American people, coming to you and talking to you straight from my show here in Michigan, where I bring you the truth about what's really going on in America. Now, we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. There's a bunch of things going on in news today, and we have to cover this info. Now, what we're going to be taking a look at first, because like I said, not in this video, because I gotta make videos. So this video, we're going to be talking about Donald Trump, and recently on news, we heard Donald Trump talk about ending birthright citizenship in America. Now, we heard Donald Trump talk about this a couple of months ago. Now, he started to talk about it during his campaign. Now, Spanish News did a report on this earlier today, and they were upset with what Donald Trump was saying about birthright citizenship here in America. They're upset about it. Now, and what they did was they recited the 14th Amendment on Spanish News. Now, the 14th Amendment, the first question you got to ask is, who was the 14th Amendment written for? Who was it written for? It was written for black people, African Americans, Negroes, slaves that were emancipated. So where are these people from other foreign countries talking about that it's for them when it was written specifically for the blacks? Now, what is Donald Trump going to do? Donald Trump is going to be releasing an executive order. I don't know when, but he's going to be releasing an executive order ending birthright citizenship. And all the lawsuits are going to come. This is going to be a big thing, and it's going to end up in the Supreme Court. It's going to end up in the Supreme Court. Now, the phone lines are working. If you guys want to call in, we are only talking about the 14th Amendment. Do not bring up any other issues. I'm going to add something else. We got a report. I started getting hit by a bunch of people about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She is currently being treated for pancreatic cancer. That woman is sick, but they have to keep her alive. They got to do whatever it takes to keep her from retiring off of the Supreme Court. Because if she retires, it's going to be all-out war for the next person that gets put up into the Supreme Court. Because Donald Trump will put somebody in there, and the Supreme Court will be in the Republicans' hands for the next 20 to 30 years. This is what's going on in news right now, America. CNN is talking about this today, about Ruth Bader Ginsburg. They're talking about her. This woman has had a lot of afflictions. Might be time for her. She may have to retire. But they do not want to retire her. They want her in there. The Democrats do not want Donald Trump putting in another Supreme Court justice in there, because it'll be over. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Spanish News report. And let me minimize this, because I think I fixed the issue with my computer. I was kind of diving in here. That's why it took me some time to get back, because I said, let me fix this computer thing. So I sat here, I did a bunch of stuff, and I think I got it configured, and I got rid of some of the garbage that may have been contributing to the problem, and programs running in the background, adware. Put this with the salad. Put it in with the salad. Adware that was going on with my system. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and test this out. Let me blow this up on my screen. And we're going to go to the Spanish news report, where I will be translating for the American people what Spanish news had to say today on Donald Trump. Let me get my mic ready so you guys can hear the sound. And we will hit play. Here we go.
Trump aseguró que está analizando eliminar el derecho a la ciudadanía para los nacidos en suelo estadounidense.
So she's talking about how Donald Trump is getting ready to end, or is talking about ending, birthright citizenship for illegal immigrants who have citizenship. That doesn't make any sense. But America, that's what's been going on all of these years. It's been going on for years, decades. And finally, we have a president who's talking about it and talking about doing something about it. Let's continue.
Y cuyos padres son extranjeros.
If you look at what's happening around the world.
En la Casa Blanca, Donald Trump aseguró ante los medios que la ciudadanía por nacimiento es francamente ridícula.
Now, she's saying that what Donald Trump is saying that birthright citizenship, the way that it is and the way that it works in America, is ridiculous. That's what she said, that Donald Trump is saying about birthright citizenship. Of course they're going to say it's ridiculous because it doesn't benefit us as Americans. It benefits foreign people that come here and have children, and then when they have the children, they go and ask for benefits on behalf of the child. No. Do you know how much a lot of these jobs would be paying Americans to be doing these jobs? There wouldn't be all of these issues with rent and all this stuff. But you got all these people here getting benefits. And it's like all of us can't get any of that stuff. But they're able to get it. And they're using their kids to get it. That's how they're able to get it. They're asking on behalf of the child. We need something from the Supreme Court that specifies this. Because the truth is the 14th Amendment was written specifically for blacks. There were no illegal immigrants in America that were black, that were taking advantage. There was no welfare and food stamps and all that back then for black people to get. So all of a sudden now, these people, everybody and their mama from China and all these other places are coming here having anchor babies. So no, it needs to stop.
We're looking at that very seriously, birthright citizenship, where you have a baby on our land, you walk over the border, have a baby. Congratulations, the baby is now a U.S. citizen. We're looking at it very, very seriously.
So, Donald Trump, just so you know, Donald Trump has been looking into this issue because I've been following this. It's been over a year. I think I did a report on the 14th Amendment either a year ago. And Donald Trump is talking about it now because he's going to be unleashing all of these executive orders because Donald Trump cannot change the Constitution by himself. He cannot do it by himself. But what he is going to do is he's going to get so much controversy behind this that it's going to go to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court is going to make a clarification. And they're going to say that the 14th Amendment was written specifically and exclusively for black people. That's where this thing is going to tell everybody in America, all these people that had all these kids, overnight, they're not citizens. They're going to be looking at black people to come out and say something, but none of us are going to say anything because we're not with this. This don't benefit us. Congress has to do something for them. But Congress can't get together and do nothing like that because they're not going to be able to get enough votes to pass it, and let alone Donald Trump sign it. He ain't going to sign it. You cannot have other people using stuff that basically your forefathers died for and let somebody else use it who basically, the truth is, a lot of these people that are using our stuff, they don't really give a damn about us. They don't care. You got all these people that are racist against black people, talking crap about black people and all this stuff, and you guys are going out there putting your heads out there for them. You guys shouldn't be doing that. You guys should be worrying about your community and your people and how you can build up your area so you guys can live a nice, plush life. But you got all these black leaders that get put into power and they don't give a damn about you. And the way you know, look at the damn cities that they run. And look at the poverty and the crime and the drugs and the arrests. That's how you know these people have been bought and paid for and they don't care for you. You got to put somebody in there that's going to take care of his people. Pharaoh, let my people go. I hope you guys know what I mean by that. But Donald Trump is putting up a defense against this, and he's saying he's getting ready to do something. He's going to challenge it.
No es la primera vez que el presidente Trump menciona poner fin a ese derecho.
They're saying that this is not the first time that Donald Trump has said that he's going to put an end to that right. No, it's a right for black people. It's not a right for everybody from all these foreign places from all over the world. That was specifically created for us and nobody else. People forget about that.
En octubre dijo que podía cambiar la constitución con...
In October, Donald Trump, Spanish News is saying that in October, in an interview with Axios on HBO, Donald Trump, they're saying that Donald Trump said that he can change that.
una orden ejecutiva.
And that it was a priority to get this done. He's going to do it by an executive order. But of course, the only people that can answer that question, whether or not the president of the United States, because why is Donald Trump, just the truth is look, any legal scholar that has common sense, but like I said, when these people are thinking about law, they get confounded in their mind because they can't rationalize it right. The question at hand is what? Can Donald Trump change the Constitution? An amendment that was placed in there. Can he change it? No, he cannot change it. But what he can do is create an executive order that speaks about a specific issue and let it go to the Supreme Court so we can get the interpretation of what it means. If it was created specifically for a group of people in America, how can another group come in and use it and abuse it? The 14th Amendment was not written for any other people. When they say, let's go to it. Let's go to it. The 14th Amendment. We're looking at it on Google. What does it say? This is from Google, from Britannica.com. It says, 14th Amendment, 1868, to the Constitution of the United States that granted citizenship and equal civil and legal rights to African Americans and slaves or Negroes, because at the time they were not calling us African Americans. We were Negroes. That's what we were called. African American is something new. So that's why when you refer to the 14th Amendment, it applies to us, Negroes, children of the slaves that were emancipated. African Americans and slaves who had been emancipated after the American Civil War, including them when it says including them, who is the them? Us, me and you, black people. White folks don't have to worry about that because white folks are under the Constitution. Or the Constitution was written for them. In order for us to be able to grab onto the Constitution, they had to create the 14th Amendment for us to be able to be grafted on there. That's how we are able to have rights. The 14th Amendment was written for us. It was an impossible act that had to be done in Congress. Congress passed this, even though the President of the United States at the time vetoed it. But they had the two white Republicans got a supermajority in the Congress, and they got the Democrats and the Republicans to vote for it, and they made the impossible possible and got us in there, and it passed. They got to do the same thing for all these other people. But this act, the 14th Amendment, 1868, that will never happen again. To get a supermajority to vote like that and overturn a veto from the president? Only Congress has the power to overturn a veto from the president. But the only way to do, how the hell did those two Republicans get that to pass in 1868? It's an impossible act. But they got it done. It is not for anybody from a foreign place to come and have a child here. You got to be a citizen of America, and your child, when you bring your child here, your parents got to have permission to be in the country. You cannot be illegal and then all of a sudden your child is magically an American citizen. How the hell does that work? But this is the Democrats who've been doing this and getting away with this for years. You cannot let all those black slaves that died, these people are trampling on those people because they did, all of that had to happen for us to be free. The 14th Amendment is not something that you can just give to anybody. That was something that was created for us. I don't hate people, but I hate when politicians and people in power do things to undermine a specific group of people, because the 14th Amendment undermines you black people and white folks, because the government is giving these people a ton of money that they're not supposed to be getting. How can somebody from a foreign jurisdiction come into America illegally, have a child, and then the child hasn't put anything into the system? Those parents have not put anything in the system. They're illegal immigrants. They're working, getting paid under the table. They're not paying any taxes. And the child, they're able to ask for benefits on the behalf of the child. Where is the money coming from? It's coming from you, the taxpayer. That's basically theft. That is not for them. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, oh, it's not okay. These people have been living off of those benefits. These people get jobs, they work, but they're collecting benefits. They're able to have a slightly better life than a lot of Americans who are struggling, because they can offset their cost of food by getting food stamps, and they get a little extra cash. That's how the hell you see all these people driving brand new trucks and all this other stuff. And you wonder, how the hell can they afford all that? Because they don't have to pay $400 for food a month, and they're getting an additional $200 in cash aid, and their rent is reduced because they're on Section 8. All stuff that a lot of senior citizens need, Americans that grew up in broken up homes, and a lot of people that have a lot of mental conditions need that stuff. I'm okay with Americans getting it. I'm not okay with people from foreign jurisdictions coming over here. And then these people have the nerve on Spanish News to get on Spanish News and throw up our amendment and try to tell us what it means to us. How the hell are you going to tell me what it means? That was written for me. That wasn't written for you. So I am offended when I see these people throw stuff like that. But like I said, it's Spanish News. They show it to their people to make it seem. That's why I'm saying it's all of this stuff is meant to divide us. It's not meant to unite us. It's meant to divide us and keep us at each other's throat. But you can thank the Democrats for that, because most Americans don't know that CBS owns Telemundo. That's why when black people are out here talking about Donald Trump is a racist and all this other crap, you guys need to be looking at your leaders that you guys elect in office and stop for a minute and look at how you live. Why is the area I live in got so much damn crime? Why aren't the streets fixed? Why can't I have a nice shopping mall or area where my people can go, where we can open up businesses and all this other stuff? Why are we giving all our money to everybody else? Why is nobody bothered? Ask those damn people that you have in power that damn question. But the truth is, America, is what? When you look back in our history, We had our own, the Black Wall Street. We had our own community. We had our own bus line. We had our own stuff. And we weren't bothering nobody because we had our own stuff. You got all these people from Saudi Arabia. They come into your area. What they do? Open up liquor stores. Open up all this stuff. If you guys want to open up a liquor store in our area, you need to invest some of your profits into some of our schools over here, so you can so that way we know that you're contributing into the community, not engording yourself and enriching yourself off of us and the problems that we have in the community. And you guys are just exasperating the problem. Oh, we have a lot of gas stations over there. Why are there no black people that own their own gas stations and they can open them up in their own area? I'm just saying, man. It's like, you know, the people that are in power are the people that are keeping you down. You got Obama, the president of the United States, becoming the president of the United States. What's so great about having a black president? And if you look at his district, it's ran like crap. People are getting murdered and killed. Oh, but he's the president. Well, just ignore that. He's a Democrat. You guys gotta wake up and stop with this. Stop following the goddamn Democrats and their stupid ass plan. These people do not have you guys in their interest. They're just using y'all, and they're trying to pump up the illegals so they can give them everything, and when they take over, they won't care which way you vote. They got a grip of people that have been brainwashed to believe and vote a certain way. And the way you know that is by looking at their country, where they're coming from. The Democrats need a big population of people to stay in power, and people that can be brainwashed easily. Right now, what you're seeing with Trump, they're making it seem like he's hateful and he's going after these people. Well, Donald Trump is just following the laws that you guys put in place 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But nobody wants to do that. Oh, you're separating families. Oh, this and that. Oh, we got laws here, and we need them followed. Don't get okie doke by these people. These people do not have you as a... This flag here is not, they are not thinking about this. This flag I have behind me is not something that I have for a show. I have this hung in my house so people can see where my allegiance is and what I stand for. This is why I'm here right now. This is how I put food on my table. This is how my kids go to school, because of this. It has a lot of history behind it, but I would not be here if it wasn't for the history that this symbol carries. And I'm proud of it. There's a reason why America is on the top and why everybody and their mama wants to come here. It's not because we're some crappy nation. Everybody wants to come here because they know they can make their dreams come true here. Well, if you want to make your dreams come true, well, you got to follow the law and do the right thing. We're not going to be making excuses for all these people. And that's what we've been doing, making excuses. Oh, their children, their kids. Just the other day on Spanish News, some lady was with some illegal immigrants, and she had like a 4-month-old, or I don't know if it was a 3-month, I'm just so angry, 3-year-old child, and she tried to cross that goddamn Rio Grande, and the child, they don't know where the child is. Unbelievable. These people are still crossing that damn river and drowning and losing their kids. Why? Because these people, the left, puts these activists out there and go and tell these people to come and exploit this loophole. If you care about life, you would end that loophole. But they say Donald Trump is separating the families. Why don't you stop these people from crossing over the river? Who in their right mind would put a child in water like that in a river and try to cross and drown? But nobody sees that. All you see is, oh, he's a racist. Donald Trump has been warned. The reason why Donald Trump has been so hard about this is because he's been warning us, telling us, look, if we don't do something about this, we're going to have kids dying. We're going to have all sorts of stuff. But all they got you guys focused on is, oh, his color. Instead of being focused on that, why don't you go outside of your house and take a look at where you live? And then ask yourself, okay, if you're a black person and you're stepping out of your house and you see a bunch of white folks around you, you see them walking their dogs and they're, nice middle class area, they got everything is nice and cool. And the one thing you should realize is, why are you the only black guy there among all those people? Where are the rest of where are your people? I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but if you're the only one that's there, why am I the only one here? Where are the rest of my people? Oh, they're in Detroit, where the shit is hitting the fan. And they got some governor or mayor who doesn't give a damn about the people. He just wants to get paid and take care of his. They don't care about you. They do not care about you. Just look at where you live and ask yourself, why am I living this way? Where are the jobs? Where are the people that invest into the community so we can spring it up and make it look nice so people will want to come here? Nah. We're going to create modern day slave farms where these people will grow up in these broken communities and all they'll resort to is crime, so we can arrest them and put them in these jails and make money off of them. That's what they do. You guys may think that I'm joking. That's exactly how they have this set up so they can make money off of you. It's a big business. And that's why this 14th Amendment is such a big deal in America. Because all of you black folk that are out there, you guys should be voting for Trump so you guys should be blowing up his phone. Put that executive order out. Out of all the people we have, even Obama, Donald Trump, it's a shame to sit here and get on this mic and say to you guys that Barack Obama, the first alleged black president, has not done anything for the black community. Donald Trump is white and he has done more for us than anybody. That's a shame. He freed a woman that wasn't let her go. Obama could have let that woman go. But what did he say? Oh, I don't want to look like I'm the black president. A bunch of white folks voted for you so you could do stuff to help black people out. This is why my blood pressure is up, America. Because when you talk the truth, it stings. It stings. You got a group of people that are from a foreign jurisdiction. They have kids here and their kids get benefits and their parents are asking for the benefits in behalf. The parents haven't even worked here. They haven't even put in the system. How the hell do they get access to that money? What person in government was so stupid to let something like that just slide through? And they've just been allowing it all these years. I really don't know what else to say, America. All I know is that I voted for a president who's doing things that are blowing me away. I can't believe Donald Trump is getting ready to do this. Even the fact that he's talking about it. When did Obama talk about this? Obama didn't talk about crap. All he did was create a pseudo status for the illegals and do a bunch of stuff for all these other countries to make money off of us. They were trying to dismantle and destroy America. Thank God for Trump. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. Trump 2020. That's why I'm voting for him. And I don't care what anybody else has to say, because Donald Trump's fruit, you will know who he is by his fruit that he bears. And look at the fruit this man has bared for us. What fruit did Obama bear for you? Tell me that. What jobs did he create for all of y'all, for black folks? What did he do? The economy was in shambles under Obama. And you guys just wanting to sit there and ignore this. This is not This 14th Amendment is ours. It don't belong to nobody else. If they want to use it, Congress needs to make something for them. But they can't come and use our stuff. What the hell is wrong with you guys? That's just like you having a bike and you're riding this bike, this prestigious bike around your block, and somebody comes, pushes you off the bike and takes it, and every day they ride that bike all over, and a group of you guys get together and you guys aren't doing anything. You're just watching these people ride your bike in front of you, and there's nothing you can do because you don't want to do anything because you don't want to seem mean. I'm gonna kick that dude right off of that bike and snatch it from him and be like, bro, this is our bike. This ain't yours. You better go get your own bike. I can't afford one. Tough luck. This is ours. Can't be letting people come and use your stuff. What's wrong with you? That's why I'm so upset about this thing. And thank God Donald Trump is talking about it, but what really pisses me off is these people in Spanish news, controlled and owned by CBS News, CBS News, fake news, they own Telemundo. These people are going to get our amendment and throw it up on their screen and show it to their specific audience and explain to them what it means. That shit does not mean what they're telling you. If you're so real, Telemundo, tell those people, tell those Hispanic people and all these people in Central and South America that was written for blacks. They don't even know about our history and slavery and all that. They have no idea that was written for black people. You guys don't tell them that. Stop lying to the people. That's why so many people don't watch fake news no more, because you guys don't tell the truth. You keep on putting these false hopes in these people's minds. That's not for them. And of course, they got our flag up here on their screen, trying to make it seem like it's theirs. Let's keep on going with the Spanish news report. These people are trip me out. They show on Spanish news sometimes. Here we go.
Echando por tierra lo que la Constitución estadounidense reconoce desde hace 150 años.
They're saying that, hold on, let me rewind this back a little bit so we can get. This is where this interview took place where Donald Trump is talking about doing something about the 14th Amendment, well, birthright citizenship. Let's keep on going.
En octubre dijo que podía cambiar la Constitución con una orden ejecutiva, echando por tierra lo que la Constitución estadounidense reconoce de.
They're basically saying that what Donald Trump said he was going to do is like it's like they're saying that he's kicking our Constitution or throwing our Constitution into the dirt, and implying that what Donald Trump wants to do is it's almost like basically what they're saying is that amendment applies to them, and that Donald Trump is basically throwing the Constitution or that amendment into the ground because he wants to change it. It's not that he wants to change it. He wants to get clarification from the Supreme Court on who it's for, because it's not for them. But the reason why they think it's for them is because for a bunch of years these people have been having children in America illegally, and the children are considered American citizens. When you go back to the Constitution and you go back to the 14th Amendment, the 14th Amendment, if you know the history behind it, it was written for African Americans or the Negro, people that were serving in slavery, that were emancipated, and it was for their children. It was not for everybody else, and to imply that, oh, if you're born here, you're an American. No. But that's what they've been doing all these years. That's why these people think it's for them. And they're trying to say that it's a constitutional right for them. Black people better get up and say, it's not a constitutional right for you. That's for us. That was written specifically for us and not for you. And that's the truth. Why would you be mad at me for telling you the truth? Why would you be upset at me for telling the truth about the 14th Amendment? Why would you be upset at me? Why would these people from a foreign jurisdiction be upset at me for telling the truth about our 14th Amendment? And that Kim Young case, I forgot the name of the guy. I did a video. My first video that I did was about this, talking about the 14th Amendment. The reason why the Supreme Court allowed him to be a citizen was because his parents were allowed into America. They had permission to be here when he was born. They were not, his parents were here on work, on business. They had permission from the government to be in the country. They were not illegally here. Nobody talks about that. Oh, his parents were from China and all this other. Did his parents have permission to be here? Yes. There you go. So if he was born here when they had permission to be here, guess what? He's a citizen. They had permission to be here. They were here. He was born here. He had legal right to be here. How did he have a legal right? Because his parents were given legal permission to be in the country. If you don't have permission to be in the country and you come into America and you purposely have a kid here just so you can take advantage of the system, that's fraud. That's against the law. You can't do that. But a bunch of people do that every day. That has to stop. Let's keep on going.
Desde hace 150 años, el derecho a la ciudadanía. Así lo establece la enmienda 14, según...
So now, they bring up the 14th Amendment and they're talking about it in Spanish. And they're saying, todas las personas nacidas o naturalizadas en Estados Unidos, so any person that's been naturalized or any persons that have been born or naturalized in the United States are subject to the jurisdiction of citizens in the United States and estados donde, in the states where they reside. But this is governed by a Civil Rights Act that was passed back in 1868, the Civil Rights Act of 1868 or 65, I believe. And in that civil acts, in that document, it tells you what this means. This is not for anybody that is outside of the jurisdiction of the United States. These foreign people are from a foreign jurisdiction, meaning what? They belong to whatever country they come from. They are not within our jurisdiction. Just because they come here, that invisible line that is our border, when you cross that line, you're a foreign agent in America, but you can be prosecuted by the law, but you are still property of another jurisdiction. So when we find out that you have a child here and your child was born here and you're getting benefits, we should be deporting these people back to their original jurisdiction. And there should be some type of debt placed on them where they got to pay all that money back to us. That's what should be happening. Going back to the 14th Amendment, reading what they're saying. Give me a second. Because anytime you try to read the 14th Amendment, they don't just want to give it to you. Man, these people always... The 14th Amendment guarantees citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States. All right. When it says all persons born, who are they talking about? Anybody who comes here and just has a baby? That's what needs to be clarified. Because the all persons can only mean black people, because that was written for us. Because at the time, we were not considered persons. We were considered chattel property. The word persons in law means something. A person and a human are two different things in law. And remember, the 14th Amendment is a law. So if it is a law, then guess what? all that word persons, you need to look it up in a dictionary and see what that word means and what it implies and who it implies to. Just because like I said, legal speak and common English, don't confuse them. They don't mean the same thing. All persons does not mean just anybody. A person is different. What is a person? A person means what? What is a person? A person is a corporation. That all caps is a person. Go and find a real attorney and go and ask an attorney this question. Ask him, is a person and a human being the same thing? And if he's a real honest attorney, he'll tell you no, they're not the same thing. One thing means something else and another thing means something else. And courts cannot deal with human beings. They can deal with persons. That's why anytime you receive a letter in the mail from the courts, you will always see your name in all capital letters. That all capital letters is a person. That's why when the child is born, their name on their birth certificate is all caps. Their social security card is all caps. That's how they're saying all persons, meaning the child. That's why the parents can't get benefits, but they can go and claim those benefits in behalf of the child, because when that child is born, that birth certificate is sold on Wall Street. That child, that birth certificate is that's why the birth certificate is printed on security paper. That is a stock worth about $6 million. Because if you could ever get your original birth certificate, what you will find is when you look at that back of that birth certificate, you'll see all of these banks that stamp the back of that document. That document is worth almost $7 million on the stock market. And I know a lot of people have heard of this, but this is why because when the 14th Amendment was passed, they turned everybody, they basically flipped it on us. They turned us all into persons. We all became persons in America. And when the child is born here, that child is considered a person. That all caps. But they don't tell you that. But they're supposed to tell us all this. We're all supposed to know about this. That's why these people in the United States are in trouble, because if the American people ever found out the real truth about what's going on with America, the United States of America, and state, America, I mean, it's two different things. And which one are we in? We're in the corporate. We're not in the organic. So it's just, like I said, it's a big, deep hole of mystery that they do not want us to know the truth. But this is why we have to fight this. And the only real court in America is the Supreme Court. That is the only real court in America. All the other courts that are below the United States Supreme Court, that's why they're all called inferior courts. So if you wanted to get something constitutional done, you got to get it from the Supreme Court. You can't get it from these inferior courts. You got to go to the Supreme Court. That's why the Supreme Court only takes certain cases. And that's why the Supreme Court is the only court that has the power to interpret and tell you what the meaning of the Constitution is. No lower court can interpret the Constitution. So if you're in a court and the judge tells you, oh, what this means, he can't interpret what the Constitution says. That right is specifically for the Supreme Court, and that right was given to the Supreme Court, or the Supreme Court took that right and made it theirs. Marbury versus Madison. That's why the Marbury versus Madison case is such an important case. It's the most important case in the history of America, because that case tells you what the power is of the Supreme Court and what the president, and what are some of the things the president of the United States can and can't do. The president of the United States can do a lot of things. A lot. And Donald Trump is getting real close to unlocking a lot of the stuff that he can do. Donald Trump is the most powerful person on planet Earth right now. I just want you guys to just take that in for a second. Donald Trump is the most powerful political figure on the planet Earth right now. There's nobody more powerful than Donald Trump right now. That's how much power Donald Trump has as the president of the United States. Why do you think they're working so hard to get him out of there? So, what I'm going to do is we're going to end this video here. I just wanted you guys to see what Spanish news is saying. My son is... Get down from there. You're in the video and your feet are up. Don't do that. These kids are crazy. So, guys, sorry if I got a little upset up there, but this boils my blood. So, we're going to end this video here. Well, yeah, we're going to end this video here because I've been talking for I don't know how long. We're going to be back in 30 minutes with the next video. And believe me, the next video, you guys are going to like. So make sure, if this is your first time finding my channel, make sure to like and subscribe. Join my Facebook. I'll talk to you if I have time. And you can find me on Twitter. Randall K. Taylor at RKTNN. Look for me on Twitter. Make sure to follow and share. So other than that, America, I'll see you in a couple of minutes. Peace out.